everyone? V from V's World. Thanks for tuning in as usual. Today's show is about getting your passport and traveling around the world to see the world. It is so exciting when you have a passport, people, and it only costs you what is it, about $175 US to get a passport that will last you for 10 years. You can travel in and out of countries anytime you wish with one of those magical documents. And it's amazing that only, I think the figures were less than 10% of the entire American population has a passport. Half of those people are in the military, so that breaks it down to about 5 or 4%, which I think is really sad. We Americans don't travel outside of our country, outside of our nation that often. And I don't consider going to the Caribbean really traveling or, going to another country per se. Being abroad right now is an eye-opener. I've been to 14 countries so far. I started traveling when I was 18. I'm 45 now. I've never been in the military. This has all been just because I'm curious to see what the world is like, what other cultures are like. And when you go other places, you can reflect on where it is that you have come from and sort of pit the different cultures against one another to find out, not which is better, but all the little nuances that these nations and villages and islands and countries and cities that you go to, not only just how they compare to the U.S., but how they do things differently. In some cases more efficiently, in some cases they do things really ass backwards. But that's not up for me to decide. But sometimes it is really ass backwards, some of the things that some people do in other countries. But I think one of the problems ultimately is that we Americans speak one language, that's English, the universal language. We're a little bit spoiled and complacent with this. I think most of us, or some of us rather, are fearful of having to learn another language, which isn't always the case. You don't have to learn another language when you travel, but it is helpful to at least look at the place you're going and learn a few key words, at the very least. In France, they pretty much hate you if you can't speak French. They'll give you a little bit of an attitude, and they'll pretend like they don't understand what you're saying. And for the most part, they don't. But they're not going to help you out either. My call to you of action, your New Year's resolution for 2012, get yourself a passport. If you never traveled, please do it. You will thank yourself later. And it doesn't cost as much as you might think. My trip to Thailand cost me about $1,300 round trip, and I spend about roughly $900 a month to stay here. You could do it cheaper, but basically $1,000, you're living quite comfortably here in Thailand. I recommend it, kids. Get on it. I'll see you later. I'll talk to you later. Bye.